A da 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 dum ba da dum. A da da dee dum ba da boom. Ba ba dee ba da ba da bum boom. A ba dum ba da da dee dum ba da da dee dum dee. Oh yeah. Oh, here we are. Here we are once again. Hello! Whoa! Okay, this is a close-up. Hello, travelers of the internet! Welcome back to Guardian Studios, or if you're new to the channel, welcome to you. My name is JGuard1, and I am your host, guide, and humble bard into the worlds, virtual and fantastical. And I am very pleased to be able to welcome you all back to the channel, or in the case of newcomers, welcome you fresh to the Guardian Studios experience here on the YouTube channel. Hope everybody is doing well. Hope everybody's having a good day. Hello, 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 chicken. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad you can make it to the stream. Hope you're doing well, and I hope the same for everybody else watching both live and otherwise. Last time you guys may remember, we did some trading, did some work towards getting replacements for our lost chest plate and boots. Now that's fine, chicken, that's fine. You show up when you're able to. The time is now, my friends, to replace our missing equipment by fully enchanting a new pair of boots and the new chest plate. So pardon me 1 second while I bring up the enchantment order. Minecraft enchantment ordering tool. There we go. Okay, so boots are probably what we want to do first. Protection 4, Depth Strider 3, Feather Falling 4, Mending, and Unbreaking 3. 5 enchantments. Got to put them all onto this pair of boots. So, what it says to do, and if you guys have a pair of boots and you want to follow along, by all means, do so. You went to a place with no internet, chicken? Oh my gosh. How terrifying. No, I'm kidding. Half kidding. Diamond boots go in first with Depth Strider 3. Now this is to make it so that you spend as few levels as possible. This will cost us 6 levels. Next we combine Feather Falling and Unbreaking 3. So there's Feather Falling, there's Unbreaking, 3 levels to put those together. Combine the boots with that. That'll cost 9. Exactly what it's saying. Okay. Next, Prot 4 and Mending go together. I want to say that it doesn't matter what order you do them in, but I could be wrong, so okay. Takes 2 more levels, and then we combine those two for the last enchantment for the boots. And then we, of course, put them on. Check it out. We got styling diamond boots. Diamond boots. I love it. I love having the boots. And with mending, these things will never break as long as we don't drop them again. As long as we don't get killed again, we will have these boots for the rest of our time. Alright, next, I need to enchant my chest plate. I want to make sure that I use as few levels as possible. Prot 4, Mending, and Unbreaking 3. Let's calculate, and what does it say I need to do? Okay, chest plate goes in first with the Prot 4. 4 levels. Next, combine it with the Unbreaking. Another 4 levels, and finish it off with Mending for 5. Sweet! Alright, cool! Hello, Delta! Welcome back to the channel, my friend. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you are doing well today. Hope you're having a good day, or night, if it's nighttime for you. And I hope the same for everybody else watching live and otherwise. Hope you're having good days or good nights, whichever one it is for you. Hope you're having a good day or a good night, whichever one it happens to be for you. Yes, indeed, Delta. 1K. We are solid on 1K at last. And so, I want to let everybody know, quick reminder, we are starting in on Operation 2K. Operation 1K was a complete and total success. We are now at 1K subscribers on Guardian Studios. However, that just opens the door for the next milestone. Can we try to reach 2K? And if you want to help out with that, then don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and ring the bell. Seriously, though. No, Delta, no. That's going to take still more time, unfortunately. I have no qualm with saying that. That's going to take a bit longer. 1,000 subs is only one half of the battle. Yeah, you can once you hit 1K, but you have to have other goals met as well, and I currently do not. This is part of why I keep reminding you guys. Share the channel. Yep, that's part of it. That's a big part of it. Watch time and subscriber count. Both go into what I need. I just realized I need cobblestone because we're going to be going back to the end of the long cobble road to continue construction of said road. The reason, for anybody who has missed it, is we are working on a long cobblestone road that will become the foundation of a long, long rail line across part of our world, the world of Gyros. Actually, the 3K is the number of watch hours you need at minimum. I might as well go ahead and tell you, that's how much watch time you need at minimum to be able to monetize the YouTube channel. So for anybody who was wondering about that, how much does it take? 1K subs and 3K watch time. In hours. Not minutes. Most definitely not seconds. Hours. Alright, grab that. Where can I find some cobble? I know I've got cobble somewhere around here. I always have some amount of cobblestone stored somewhere. Is there any in here? In the stone generator? Nope. Well, that's unfortunate. And in fact, quite annoying. Not gonna waste time grinding at it, though. We have some somewhere, I know. Well, that's a solid start, isn't it? That is a solid start, I'd say. Check in, so hey, just don't give up. Look at me! It's taking me a while to get to 1K subs. Don't give up on getting all that time and such. It'll happen. It'll happen. I know I'm not giving up. Not now, not ever. Checking all the chests. Checking all the chests. Checking all the chests, I think, is what I need to do. Got to see what I have got around here for this. I need lots of cobblestone. Please tell me I've got more. Doesn't look like I have any more in here. Let's run back into the house across this stinking way. I could have just taken the ice tunnel. Sure wish I'd have taken the train. Alright, chicken. See ya. Hey, thanks for tuning in, pal. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's the nicest thing anyone could have done for me. It isn't every day such fortune comes me way. I never thought that the future could be so fun for me. And if I had a bugle, I would blow it to add a sort of triumphant ta-da. But since I left my bugle at home, I'll simply have to say thank you very, very, very much. Yes, thank you very, very, very much. Take a quick dive bomb into the bed, so we get a nap. What was that? What's that? It's a ring? Maybe. Alright, let's see. What do we got? 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 Around here, there's got to be some cobblestone. Somewhere around here, there's got to be some cobble that I can take with me to work on this big stinking project that we have to do. At some point, I think I may have to have a station somewhere that's set up specifically for sorting and organizing and storing away all the items that we accumulate, because we accumulate a lot. Might need some kind of siphon at the mine to pull objects from there and dump them into chests along the rail line to be picked up. That's a possible idea. That's a possible idea. Alternatively, we siphon it off from there using rails, send them to the house, and then from the house we send them here to the rail line, and then we put them on the rail line in chest carts to head off to wherever we want them to go. Alright, there's a little more. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There's got to be more. There's got to be more. More? More? More, did you speak? Yes, I thus spoke. Okay, I may have to rearrange how this works at some point, but I'll do that another time. Snappo! Alright, one last place I can check for cobblestone. Specifically, cobblestone. I don't want deep slate. I don't want cobble deep slate. I want cobblestone. There's a very big difference. There's some cobblestone. Not a whole lot, but it's some. Any in here? Yes! Oh! Well, crud, where did that stuff come from? I would have had a chest plate without having to trade for it! Fiddle-dee-dee! Flipperty-doodle! I wish I had known that. Oh well. What are my video settings? I'll show you, Delta. The beauty of Bedrock Edition in the modern age. We can pause it. Video settings, video settings. Brightness is 100. I go to first person. These are all the other things. HUD opacity is 70%. Split screen, da-da-da-da. Field of vision is 60.40. I think this should have been 60. But hey, what do you do? Should it be? I'll worry about that another time. Whoops! I did not mean to do that. Let me see here. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Here is what you ought to know about my video settings. Yes, here they are. So da 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 do da 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 do. Da 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 dum bum ba da dum ba bo. Ah ba bum bum ba dum bay bum ba dum ba dum bay. I almost wonder if this is something I need to scale down a level. I don't know. I don't know. But then I don't really take a whole lot of time to experiment with settings like that. Whoa! Hey, 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 hey! Get out of the... Ugh! Get out of the wall, darn it! Darn it, varmint! Darn varmint! That's only render distance. That does not do anything for, like, simulating mobs or anything. And I want to say that's got to do with this being a PlayStation 4 Pro that I play on. Gift from a fellow streamer. Yeah, it'll depend very much on your machine. For example, I'm pretty sure that with a Switch, with a Nintendo Switch, your settings have a lower cap as to how high your render distance and things like that can be. It's an unfortunate thing, but it's got to do with how much power your system has. A Switch, for example, is not going to be as powerful as a PS4. Flat PS4 is what you have. Huh. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's got to do with the fact mine's a Pro. I do not know. Again, it'll probably have something to do with the specifications of your system. A release PS4. Oh, okay. I kind of figured you meant either a release or some kind of slim model. Which, yeah, I guess it probably makes sense. It might, again, it's got to do with how powerful your system is. The Pro is a bit more powerful than the basic. It's able to do more, able to handle more, has more internal storage, but beyond that, I have no idea. Oh, nice, nice. I think. That sounds like a good piece of equipment. I think. You'll have to forgive me. Some of this headset, talkie-talkie, computer talkie, I don't follow so well. Been a console gamer forever. Only recently started to dabble in a little bit of PC stuff, so talk of headsets is not something I'm exactly used to. But that sounds like a good piece of equipment to have. Useful. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. So wait, are you plugging your headset thingy into the system itself? Or are you able to plug it into the controller? Because mine just uses a headphone jack type jack. So it's able to just plug into the controller, and then from there it gets all the game audio. Or game chat if I'm playing one of those. Interesting. Might be a difference in the system, for all I know. Unfortunately, specs of that sort kind of go right over my head, and I just fell. Why did I let myself fall down? I don't know. It just happened. I didn't intend it, but it happened. Huh, apparently I had room to pick up a stick. I am fully certain that if I was of the mind and had the device for it, I could do a headset link up to USB on my PlayStation as well. But it seems to work fine plugging into the controller. So I just use one that plugs into the controller. And da-da-da-da-da. There I go. Okay, this is kind of cool. I love seeing the wolves roam around. Is that 2 wolves in one spot, or am I seeing double because of lag? I wouldn't know, because right now the game is lagging real bad. Okay, that's what it was. It was a lag issue. It was making me see the wolf in double. I was seeing 2 tails on this wolf. Oh, whoa, no! It is 2 wolves! What the heck? They were stacked so perfectly. Okay, that was... Okay. That was funny. Oh my gosh. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that wolf to turn out to be two wolves stacked on each other. That was funny. My gosh, that was funny. Wow. Okay. It actually kind of spooked me a little there. Oh, wow. Okay. Let's get back to business. Let's get back on track here. Ah. Must be a specific kind of headset, huh? That specifically uses USB-C and all that. Makes sense. Certain equipment has to have certain other bits of equipment to work with it. Ah, I see, I see. This is going to be a long cobble road. I mean, it already is. It's like 8,000 blocks long to get from where it starts to where I intend for it to end. Well, thank you, Delta. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I like streaming like this. I like being able to chat with some of my audience while I'm running through Minecraft and building up stuff. It's fun. It's enjoyable. Uh-oh. Moon's coming up. In my experience, you can't judge if it's bedtime by the sunset. You have to judge it by the moonrise. When the moon is up, it is bedtime. When the moon starts to rise on the horizon to the east, you know that it is bedtime. Yeah, well, a lot of the big streamers, some of them probably do want to be able to talk to their audience, I'm sure, but have to focus on the gameplay more because there's so many messages coming. That's why I think some use some variation of slow mode setup, making it so that messages come in slower, staggered, so that they can keep track of who says what and what's going on a little easier. But it does mean people can't post as many messages as fast, and that tends to make audiences a little annoyed, based on what I've seen and heard. So, a lot of the time, though they want to be able to talk to members of the audience and keep up with what the conversation is, they can't necessarily do that while continuing in on the action and everything else. But me, I'm always going to be trying to talk to at least a couple of people in my audience on all my streams, no matter what happens. Oh yeah? Cool, Delta. Making music. Let's make music. Now you got the pieces, but they won't make a whole. In order to make music, you have got to give it soul. Reach down deep inside you and pull up something real. That's what makes it special. Something you can feel. You hearing me? Alright. Yeah, music is really, really enjoyable. Oh, thank you. That's a little tune that I heard once a long time ago. Like, over a decade ago, I heard someone do that, and I've remembered it ever since. I have nothing but respect for people that can and do make music, especially when they do it as more than just a hobby, when it's something they really get into doing. Hey, chicken, sorry I didn't acknowledge you at first. I was kind of distracted. I read that username and it just makes me think. The first thing that I picture is... Actually, there are two things I end up picturing. I picture a baby chicken in Minecraft, and then I picture a chicken jockey. Which, unfortunately, now that very entity is going to be a meme forever. Yep, 786 in-game days have passed on this world. It's a crazy amount of days. Imagine what'll happen by the time we reach 1,000. I am traveling all the way out towards the x-coordinates of 6,500 or 6,600. It's one of the two. Then I have to travel to the z-coordinate of -6,000. To answer your question, Delta, that's where I have to go. And that is because that will take us to a point in the desert where I left my warm biome animals. Yeah. The Cobble Road, the road that I'm walking on, is actually very close to reaching that position. Or being right at it. So, we don't have very much more to do for connecting the 2 points. It'll be finishing the road that'll take even more time. Because first, we have to make sure the whole thing is 3 blocks wide by 3 blocks tall, so that we have room for the rail lines, for lanterns to keep it lit, and that it has minecart rails, powered rails, the whole shebang. And then we've got to clear another 3x3 tunnel above the rail line. Because, well, actually, no, it's got to be 3x4, actually. 4 high, 3 wide, so that we can have the ice boat highway on top of it. And if you're wondering why, I'll explain. The railway that we're building, the Grand Gyros Railway, is meant to be used for transporting not just myself, but mobs and items by chest cart from one point in the world to another. If I know I'm going to be transporting a lot of items from one place to another, like if I want to take building materials from my current base at Winter Harbor to a construction site thousands of blocks away, it is simpler, it is easier, more straightforward, and more reliable to transport them either by myself using a boat with a chest in it, which is not necessarily very reliable, or, more reliable, use minecart rails. It is particularly wise to use minecart rails if you're transporting mobs, because then the mobs can each be put in a separate minecart and shipped off. And then you don't have to worry about losing them. Because if you try to take mobs across land or across the sea on a lead, and the lead breaks, unless it's a pet mob, it's not going to teleport to catch up to you. And if you're on the sea, a pet mob can only teleport so far. go beyond that distance and your pet's lost forever, practically. You'd have to get within range of it again for it to be able to teleport to you. So, to make it so that we can transport animals as well as items, we're going to have the railway. If it's just me going from point A to point B on the rail line, I won't use the rail line. I will use the ice boat highway on top of it. Throat's getting a little weird. Might need to pause for a moment and get some water here in a minute. Would not surprise me at all. So from here we've got almost 4,000 blocks left to walk and or build on at least one side of the road so that we can connect the 2 points, lay down the rails, and start finishing up the road and being able to do it more quickly, and break down the blocks that we need to break down to make room for the ice boat highway. Hey, Leo! Hey! Leo's here! Hey, man. Hey, thank you for the rules. Thank you for the rules, my dude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, random joke. This is just one that just popped into my head. I'm sure I've done it before. How does an ocean say hello? It waves. I know, corny joke alert, but some of those corny jokes are good ones. Oh yeah, we're close to bedtime again. It's closing in on bedtime once again. Bedtime! Hey, I got it right! I wasn't actually sure if it was bedtime or not. Wow. Hey, 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 do 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 do. Boom, bum, boom, boom, bum, boom. Hey, 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 hey. What do we got in here? A bunch of dirt. Dirt. Lots of dirt. That's all it is, just a bunch of dirt. Why so much dirt? I don't know. That's just what's been in my way all this darn time. Should be getting close to the desert. It's within the next few hundred blocks, I think. Note that I did not say 200 blocks, I said few hundred blocks. Hello, BC Striker! Welcome, welcome, welcome! Thank you for the compliment. Thank you for the compliment, and welcome back to the channel. I'm assuming you've been here before. If not, hey, welcome newcomer. Always happy to have new people in the stream chat. Always happy to have new people, as well as returning people. in the stream chats. Oh, I need to chow down on a pork chop. Come on, game, don't lag on me now. Why does it do this? I have no idea. It just likes to lag up on me every now and then nowadays. Yeah, we have a word for that around here. Irritating. Oh. Okay, that gravelly voice attempt. Not good on the throat. Noted. Come on, game! Work with me here! Thank you! Give me that. There we go. Alright, let's keep walking. We are running, we are running, we are running. Run, jump, run, jump, run, and jump and run, and jump and jump and run. Jump, jump, jump around. Jump, jump, jump around. Don't ask me what I'm singing. I have no idea half the time. Half the time if I start singing a random thing, I have no idea what I'm singing. I'm just having fun. That's kind of the point of the channel. Having fun. Good, clean, wholesome fun. That's what I promote. Good, clean, wholesome, family-friendly fun. And if you got a problem with that, you can see yourself out the door. Hey, check out the camel hanging out down there. What a weirdo. Nah, I'm kidding. He ain't a weirdo. He's just a cool grumpy dude. He's just a cool little grump. He's a grump with a hump. Oh, I'm sorry. Wordplay amuses me. Wordplay often amuses me. Jokes and puns that work in wordplay often get more than a little bit of a chuckle out of me at times. Oh, I got the chuckle. A rare day indeed. Alright, we are headed through the desert. Of course, we're going to have a break from the desert before too long. There is about to be a mangrove swamp up ahead. Do not like trying to traverse the mangrove swamps, I can tell you that. So, what I've done is cut a path clean through. Well, not exactly clean through, but mostly clean. Straight through. It could use some trimming. I'll say that. It could use some trimming here and there. Oh, that's right. I left this here. Good. Good, 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 good. I'm glad I left that here. And this. See, I'm going to have to stop at all these chests, break them down, and scoop up the items. I'm starting to think I may need to do that after going to the end and getting some shulker boxes. Yeah. Problem, though. I don't want to have to go to the end yet. I don't want to beat the Ender Dragon because I don't want to go into the end cities and get an elytra yet. I like playing the way I've been playing. It has been enjoyable so far. I don't want to be dependent on an elytra. I don't want to get accustomed to using an elytra to fly from point A to point B for every little thing. That's part of why I'm making the Grand Gyros Railway. And the boat highway. Because I know if I don't do those, and make that my means of transportation across this world, I'll end up using the Elytra for everything. And there's also a problem for me when it comes to using the Elytra. I get nervous once its durability starts to go down that it's going to break and drop me like a big old sack of potatoes right smack in the middle of nowhere. And then that smack might be hard enough to be the end. The real end. I don't want that. I don't want to be dropping like a sack of potatoes in some random coordinates. No guarantee I'll find where those coordinates were and get my stuff back. I've already had to replace my chestplate and boots. I don't want to have to replace my full armor set. Or my full tool set, for that matter. Especially not the full tool set. My gosh. 6 tools fully enchanted with everything I want on them. Except this. This axe is imperfected. I would like to get Smite on that, so that I have it as an undead slayer. I mean, I'm already going to have a sword with Smite on it at some point. That's just a given. Because Smite is much better for using against the undead. Whether it be zombies, skeletons, or some variant thereof. And so, I'll have a Smite sword for the, for my, skeleton grinder XP farm. But I always have my axe and my sword with me, or at least accessible to me. So it makes sense to have the sword, which I use the most for combat, be sharpness, while the axe becomes my smite weapon of choice. And here we are at the current end of the long cobblestone road. Shouldn't take too much to get to where we're going. Up. Alright, I need to place a bed, I need sleep. It is already well into the night. And I do not want to be clobbered by a creeper or any such thing. Yeah, that's not lined up right. Hang on. Scoop that up. This is where it needs to be. No, I wish there was a way to automate the placing of blocks along this rail, along this project. I really, really do, because that would make things a lot easier in terms of getting this all set up. But it is what it is. Ah! Ow. Am I close? Aha! There they are! There's my animals! There's our warm biome animals! Our pigs, our chickens, our cows, and even the 2 armadillos we were gonna bring home. Sweet! There's a village right here. There's a village. There's a bunch of villages around here. There's also desert temples somewhere around here. A couple of them, I think. And I want to say there's a pillager outpost somewhere nearby as well. There's a lot around here, including a Badlands just across these rivers. Just across the river, we have a Badlands, which is a good place to go to get gold. Not to mention there's a better chance of finding mine shafts there than in any other biome that there is. So that's part of why I wanted to make it so we could connect this area out here and be able to have a straightaway, easy access to this region. The only thing I wish is that there was a structure somewhere right around here that we could connect this into so that we didn't have to stop and build something of our own, you know? I would love to recycle a pre-existing structure into a part of this, if I could, but there's nothing properly on this path, I don't think, that would do that. 6,600. Yeah, I don't think there's anything along this X coordinate that would do that. If there was, I would not mind using leads to move my animals to that location, but yeah, look, see, the closest thing to that would be that desert temple up ahead on the left, which I have looted it, but it's not quite in the right place. It's too far off to the... That's west, that's east, so that's north. It's too far off to the west compared to where we've already got the line. And I do not want to just break all this cobblestone back down and move it just for that. That would just not be smart. That would not be smart. So what we'll have to do is build up a station here out of sandstone or something. Yeah, sandstone would probably be the good way to go. Sandstone and maybe a bit of, what is that block? What is that block? Hang on. It's a block that you find over in the Badlands. You can pretty much only ever find it in the Badlands in its natural state. Terracotta! Terracotta. A mix of terracotta and orange sand with sandstone. Or orange sandstone and regular sandstone. Combine these elements and I'm sure we can have a nice looking station here before too long. Thinking build up right here. We got my scaffolding. Let's go ahead and put that in play. Ow. Going up to here. Oh, nope. One block too high. Build a platform here. So that we've got it. A torch there. Got mobs spawning around here. Not great. Not a great situation, that. Trying to light stuff up so it's less likely we have mobs spawning and climbing up to come after us. I can only make it less likely. I can't completely prevent it. Alright, that should light those caves up a little bit. Help cut down on the number of things that spawn in there. And down here gets a good amount of light, but we'll come down and light up what we can. Wow, lots of zombie villagers down here. That's kind of weird. Was not expecting that. Alright, that should help cut down on some of the spawns near the surface. Which is what we're really worried about. We don't want stuff spawning down there and getting up to the surface where it can be a problem for us. If we can avoid that happening. At all. Yeah, right around here is where we'll end up building the station. I'm thinking we replicate kind of a pyramid. Something similar to a pyramid, but not quite. Yeah, I'm thinking that's what we're gonna do. We'll replicate it around the end of the Cobble Road. Go ahead and take a quick nap. Seeing these camels makes me think of the two that we already took home. Lump and Grump. Grump and Lump. They're a good pair of camels, I guess. I mean, as far as Minecraft camels go. And there I go, falling again. That's okay. I just wanted to make the road a little bit thicker along that section. Oh, I hear mobs down below, but this isn't where we're going to be working, so... Not too big of a deal. What is a big deal is I need to get back to where I can get onto the... thing and go get some sandstone from the chests that I've left behind. There's at least one chest that has a good amount of sandstone in it. I go get sandstone from that and I can use it to work on this station over here. Once we've got a station, then it's just a matter of, oh, how long is it going to take to put in the rails? Which, unfortunately, that's going to cost a lot of iron. I'll be doing a lot of AFK time at the iron farm on this world to be able to provide all those rails. Not to mention, we'll be hanging out in the Badlands a lot, mining for gold. Either in the Badlands or in the Nether. Which, mining in the Nether would also mean being able to get ancient debris, so probably a mix of both. Probably a mix of both. I might even make another Nether portal in this region that I can use to do another Nether mine at this end of the dimensions. I'm gonna have to figure out what kind of base I'm gonna build in this region, because I'm gonna have a base in every region where I set up one of these stations. Back at Winter Harbor, we've got Snowdrift Station. I'm thinking out here we got to come up with a name for a desert station. Something relating... Probably something relating to the heat. Or the sand. I don't think Sandstorm Station quite works. Minecraft doesn't exactly have sandstorms. If it did, then that would work. Which, honestly, I think that's kind of an oversight on Mojang's part. There should be, like, some kind of sandstorm when... Even if it's just when there's a thunderstorm elsewhere, there should be a sandstorm in the desert region. At least that's what I think. If anyone disagrees, by all means disagree. We're all different. Agree to disagree and all that, you know? Alright, that's all the cobblestone from my inventory. All that's left is whatever's in my ender chest. I want to go see if we can get some more sandstone. And then we're going to probably start working on this desert station. Again, I'm thinking we make some kind of pyramid-like shape. Something similar to a desert temple, but different. Or raised a bit. I don't know. Still thinking on it. I am glad I stuck to using cobblestone to build the rail line, though. To make the long cobble road. Consistency is important with construction of any project within Minecraft. If you can keep it consistent in design, then it's even more aesthetically pleasing. Don't get me wrong, it'd be cool to have like a sandstone shell to part of the rail line, but if I do anything like that, it's going to be further on down the road. I think if I go any further, I'm just going to hit mud. But I need to go and see if there's sandstone in any more of the chests back here. Because if there is, I need to grab as much of it as I can for building the station. At least want to get everything set up for starting on the station, so that we can make some progress on it, you know? And here goes the game lagging out again. There we go. Alright, yeah, I think that'll do for sandstone. Take a chest with me. Got my bed set up at the end of the line. We'll head back there, and then once we get there, we'll make sure that we sleep. If we can, that is. I also think every region is going to end up having to have some kind of iron farm. So that if I'm in the desert, but I need iron, I don't necessarily have to go all the way back home to Winter Harbor in order to get iron. I can just set up a iron farm at one of the villages nearby, near to High Heat Station. Maybe Sunrise Station. Nah, that... Sunrise and Sunset Stations, those sound more like Wild West theme. Which would kind of fit with the desert, but... With the presence of camels in this desert, I feel like the desert out here is more suitable for, like, pyramids, or... like, Arabian Nights style themes. I think in this case, on this desert, we'll play into the pyramids. Play into pyramid designs, pyramid style structures, and just structural designs akin to those things that fit in with that region. And then if we find another desert further away from this one, that one may get a different theme. But we'll see. If we have a big enough wasteland biome, or whatever the red sand desert is called, we'll set that up as a Wild West region. An area based on cowboys and the gold rush days, the Wild Wild West, and all that. That's probably an area where we'd end up having some horses and stables and such, as a main means of getting around locally. But I do think that at every base that I do, I want to end up having all the animal types, including the variants of cows, pigs, and chickens. I want all my bases to have access to all the variants of the animals. That way I've got a wide range of animals to look at. I'm not just looking at the same type of that animal all the freaking time. And if I make anything like an iron farm or a wool farm, for that matter, there will always be one at every single base if I can help it. And every single region will have some kind of base. Which for a Wild West thing, that'd be easy. Just make a Wild West town. Maybe make the saloon our base of operations in such a region. In this kind of region, in this kind of desert, I'm thinking a pyramid. Or a replica of a desert temple. An expansion on the desert temple would be a good base design. But I mean, if you guys have got any suggestions for bases or base designs or farms or building structure ideas, throw them my way, by all means. Toss them into the comments section. And I will look at them when I am able, and I will consider every suggestion that is thrown my way, if I can. So long as it is a serious suggestion, that is. Alright, I'll probably have to run out of this area to get these mobs to despawn. But I think that's going to do it for this session, everybody. We have finally reached the area where we left our warm biome friends. And soon, we'll start construction of the station, and then of the rail line itself connecting the desert to Winter Harbor. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and say thank you everybody so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed the stream. If you did, please be sure to leave a like and a comment. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. Check out the About page for links to other pages with more content from yours truly. Share the channel with your friends if you think they might enjoy the content too. And most important of all, for each of you, I think, smack that notification bell so that you don't miss the next stream or video. That all being said, thank you again for watching. I am JGuard01, your guide, bard, and humble host into the worlds virtual and fantastical. And I'll see y'all next time, right here on Guardian Studios. Bye! Or wait a minute. Bye!